Welcome to the Town Square Podcast, where local advocates for a better community bring their different perspectives into the messy middle.
The messiest of the middle. Yes, sir.
To have a conversation where our aim is unity, not
uniformity.
Uniformity. I'm one of your hosts, Trey Bailey, and
I am Gabriel Stovall. Glad to be back.
That's right, man.
Life
Been a
has
minute.
been lifing, man. But I'm glad to be back with you today, man. This is second home for me.
Well, we have thoughts and prayers and condolences to you and your family. I know y'all went through a loss, and we missed you.
Oh, I missed y'all, man. I missed y'all.
But we were definitely thinking about you.
Yes, indeed. You've had some good lively conversations since I've been away.
Well, it's not the same without you.
Another host coming and keeping the seat warm, which is great. But no, I'm glad to be back.
Yeah,
man. I appreciate you keeping my space for me,
man. And look, for this series, we're in the Faith and Community series.
Yes,
this is one that you and I had talked about as we were planning our next steps for this fall and going into the winter. Pastor Justin, we were just wanted to bring on pastors and local faith leaders of different denominations, different churches, to kind of just express not just what their church is about in Newton County or Covington or Conyers or Jasper, but we wanted to see, like, what sets you apart, what makes things different. We wanted a little bit more on the denominational side, even like, what are these things about? What are the different beliefs? But we are welcoming back to the podcast.
Back, man. He's coming back.
My honor.
Pastor Justin Adams, New Life Praise Center.
Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm stoked to be here, and especially when you said it's about unity, not uniformity.
Absolutely.
I think that's a perfect segue, right?
Yes.
Into the conversation.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We need more of that, man.
That's right.
We need more of it. We got enough of the other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
plenty of division in the world.
Tons. Like So we're glad to have you back, Pastor. And man, I know some things have changed with our setup here since you was last with us.
It looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful,
man. It looks great.
Yeah. What's been happening, man? With you, just kind of an overview type of a question of what's been happening with you. Some highlights of your ministry since we last talked.
Just growth.
Yeah.
Growth.
That's a blessing.
That's about it. If I could sum up what's happening in the last 2-3 years, is just this explosion.
Yeah.
We started out in January with a theme of expansion.
Yeah.
And it's happened. Like we built a new foyer on the building and
that's awesome.
Just a place for community and welcoming, and a place for people to gather after, before, during service. And it's just such beautiful. We had local contractors donate their time and
that's great.
Labor and material, and we've added 3,200 square feet.
Wow.
Glass, 3 sides.
It's beautiful, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Gorgeous.
We're so proud of it. And
that's awesome.
Great coffee and pastries. And
that helps.
But the best thing I like is that I have seen over the last 2 years, the community within our church has really just blossomed, because when you give them a space, they use it.
Right.
And now we have a space for them to gather and talk.
That's awesome.
And families church is over, and there's people still in the parking lot for an hour just hanging out.
Yeah.
And it's so cool.
Yeah. I had a pastor when I was growing up, he said to me one time, he said, one of the greatest telltale signs of a growing healthy church is when people act like they don't want to leave.
Yep.
When they can leave and they want to hang there and linger, that's
agree.
a sign that your church is not even just grow, but it's healthy. And that's the main thing. That's awesome.
This episode of the Town Square Podcast is brought to you by Luther Rice College and Seminary. A community's well-being often reflects the spiritual health of its people. That's why a local Christian college like Luther Rice is a critical voice in our time and culture.
You're absolutely right, Trey. And for me, this is more than just an ad read, because I'm actually a Luther Rice alumnus. So my degree there helped prepare me not only for ministry, but also for engaging with the community in meaningful ways.
Yeah, same here. I trusted Luther Rice for my education too, and I can tell you firsthand, they're committed to shaping leaders who impact the church, the marketplace, and the world.
Absolutely. So listen, whether you're a high school student looking for a biblically based dual enrollment option, an adult learner wanting to deepen your biblical knowledge, or a working professional looking for development to impact your workplace, Luther Rice is a trusted option for continuing your education from a Christian worldview.
Yes, every program is 100% online and designed for your unique calling, from dual enrollment and undergraduate degrees to certificate programs and doctorate level study. They have options for the entire community that are biblical, affordable, accredited, and completely online.
All right, so here's the call to action. Take your next step toward your calling. Visit lutherrice.edu to learn more. Again, that's lutherrice.edu.
When we were at Eastridge building the atrium on here, and I love a good atrium, right? Like for all the reasons you just mentioned.
Sure.
But there were a lot of people just kind of watching the dollars and cents, making sure we kept it in the budget and all that stuff, and didn't really grasp not just like the pragmatic part of it. They just didn't grasp like what's about to happen in this room until it's built, and then you walk in there for the first do this. Can you tell us what it was like the first Sunday when you saw that thing filled with people hanging out, drinking coffee, talking to each other? Like, what was it like?
God, my heart was just like full.
I can imagine.
I mean, it was better than Christmas morning, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it was just full. It was loud. And I'm a loud guy. I'm just loud everywhere I go. I'm loud in my house. Like I wake up on a 10, right?
Yeah.
And it was loud, and it was laughter, and my heart. I'm telling you, I was like a kid in Christmas. Just wow, this is what it was about. Just so much fun.
In the church world, we call it fellowship.
That's
right.
right.
But it's just people having a good time. Enjoying being together,
connecting with each other, and all that. I mean, that's the lifeblood of a church. So that's awesome. That's awesome stuff.
I've known you for a long time now. I feel like it's been a long time. I know we're kind of brothers, co-laborers, we would say, in the ministry forever.
Our kids grew up together,
graduate together,
20 years at least.
Wow.
And still like. Nope.
Yeah, they're going to Georgia.
UGA together.
Yeah,
That's
both
right.
Your twins are going to Georgia. My son's going to Georgia. We move them in next weekend.
Man.
That is exactly right.
Oh, man.
Next Friday for us. What time for you?
Saturday, I think, for us. Yeah.
Well, then we'll probably run into you at
Listen,
some point.
You're going to be able
right?
to trade war stories, man. Move in war stories. That's going to be awesome.
Just hand me some tissue because I'll be crying.
I'm sure.
I miss my baby. That's my boy right there.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I've known you for a long time, but not everybody that's going to within reach of this podcast now, because it does go out a lot further.
Sure,
than,
I've seen it.
We ever anticipated it too.
I looked on on Apple, man. It was very cool. I'm so proud of you guys.
Well, we're having a good time.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Tell people just who you are. Like, just who is Justin Adams apart from the pastor? Like, who are you? How'd you get here?
Well, I've been in Covington now for almost 30 years. Grew up with two great parents. Grew up around church, but knowing about Jesus and knowing Jesus was two different things.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And so, in my late teens, early 20s, I ended up becoming a drug addict. To be honest with you. And found Jesus on a January coming will be 20 years.
Wow.
So found awesome. Jesus almost 20 years ago. He found me, however you want to say it, right? And I've been sober ever since, been serving the Lord, living for the Lord, sold out for Jesus, like completely sold out for the last 20 years of my life. Yeah. And just felt called to preach and started a church. And here we are, man, just crushing life because of his grace, his mercy.
Yeah.
Married with two kids. Best woman I've ever met in my life.
Well, she puts that with you. Yeah,
and probably the smartest person I ever known, right?
Yeah.
But just got a passion for helping people find Jesus because I know what he did for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And he just changed my life when nothing else would do it. He changed my life. And so I've spent the last 20 years just dedicated to that message that grace can change you.
Yeah, yeah.
And so until my last breath, I'll just share Jesus to everyone because without him, nothing matters in my life.
Yeah, you kind of touched on it a bit. I want to ask this question. You can fill a room with 1,000 people and probably get 999 different testimonies of how Jesus changed a person's life. Like for you, you say, "Hey, I was a drug addict, this, that, and other." He changed it. How does that testimony help you when it comes to just how you approach ministry, how you approach connecting with people that you meet in the life of your church? Man?
Sure, I say this all the time. If he done it for me, he can do it for you.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, it's a faith, right? Podcast series that you're starting. So what did Paul say? He said, I'm chief of the sinners, which I am among the chief of them, right? And so I feel like that. I feel like I was the worst of the worst. I was the worst. I was a bad dude, So if he can do that for somebody like me, like there's nobody worse than I was, in my opinion, right? I mean, I want to spend my life just telling people that Jesus can change your life. Like this authentic, genuine, real Jesus will change your life.
Yeah.
If you'll just surrender your will to him, man, he's just been so good to me. I could not count my blessings. I couldn't name everything that he brought me out of.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll spend my last breath telling people about that message.
Yeah.
And they relate to that.
Right.
That's what I was going to ask you.
You know, people relate to that.
Yeah.
So I've never ran a recovery group, even though that's what I came out of.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so when I say Jesus saved my life, he saved my marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So people relate to that.
Sure.
He saved my parenting. People relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
He saved me out of drugs, alcohol, addiction. So people relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, he saved me from death,
Yeah.
like car wrecks and
all sorts of trouble.
Yeah.
a few car wrecks. Right.
Yeah.
I woke up in the Shepherd Center one time.
Oh, wow.
You know, and so I walked out of Shepherd Center and the nurses lined the hall clapping.
Wow.
Because they don't have a lot of people walk out of the Shepherd
that's
Center.
right.
That's crazy.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's the Lord, because he knew this moment was coming.
Mm-hmm.
He knew this was going to happen, and he knew that he was going to use me for his kingdom. He saved me from prison, multiple. Anyways, I don't want to get into all that.
Well, the statute of limitations, I'm sure, is up on whatever you're about to talk about.
It can't come back for you
it's
now.
been 20 years ago, right?
Right. Yeah.
And he saved me from all that. And I tell you, I'm very upfront with all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a private person. Like, I am out there for the world to see. And people begin to go, wait a minute, he did that for that guy. Well, he can fix my depression.
Absolutely.
He did that for that guy. He can fix my anger.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when you measure your need next to mine, or compare, or whatever word you want to use, if he did it for that guy, maybe he can do it for me.
Right.
Just maybe.
Right. Right.
And then if they'll give him an opportunity, if they'll just open the window, man,
Yeah.
he'll break down the door of your heart, man, and just he'll change your life.
I should have anticipated he'd be preaching
Of
at
course.
the first
I mean,
5
what did
seconds.
you expect?
I
man?
thought that's what you wanted today.
That's exactly what we
I
wanted.
looked up on the other podcast. I'm not running for anything.
No,
you just had all the candidates
this
up
is
here.
That's exactly why you're here.
I'm going to be a candidate for Jesus.
Be
and I'm
one.
gonna,
Candidates for Christ, baby.
I did see all the
what it is.
podcasts for all the candidates
Yeah,
and
that's right.
the data centers and things like that. So I'm very
Yeah.
proud of you guys for not trying, but educating the public,
Yeah.
putting it out there, letting people make their own decisions.
Absolutely.
That's very
That's-
good. And that's what I do for Jesus. I just
Yeah.
let them, I present the evidence.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to start a small group at the church called Case for Christ. You know,
yeah.
Lee
6
Strobel.
week,
Lee
the
Strobel,
6 week
yeah.
study we're
Yeah.
going to do. And I taught the leaders, and the leaders getting ready now. We start that at the end of August, and the small groups are getting ready to start. We're just presenting Jesus to people.
That's awesome.
Give him a chance. Give Jesus a chance. He'll change your life. He promise you.
Did you grow up in church and stray, or did you? Or
Sure.
when you,
Yeah,
is that how it was?
that's
Okay.
dead on.
Yeah.
I
okay.
grew up in church. Dad, mom, very good parents. They've been married. They celebrated their anniversary, so it'd be yesterday. So today's the 5th. So August the 4th, they celebrated 50. Let's see, I'll be 47. 55 years of marriage.
That's awesome.
50,
That's awesome.
54, 55 years of marriage.
Yeah.
No, 54 years of marriage yesterday.
That's amazing.
And so they've been good to each other for 54 years, been Christians for 50 years, I'd say, 47 years, something like that. And I went to church as little, but, high school,
Yeah, it happens.
started wilding out,
It happens.
Wow.
and I got wilder and wilder.
Yeah.
Sorry to laugh, but I get it. Yeah,
it
no,
happens.
no, no.
About the age of 27, though, man, it was all about to tumble down, and Jesus changed my life. And
Love it.
I had one moment,
Yeah.
one encounter.
That's all
Like,
it can
seriously, Sunday morning,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll just
Tell
get in
us,
it. Yeah,
give us testimony.
So, like, my wife was about to leave me, about to take, we had Charlie girl. My daughter was 1 year old. She was about to leave,
Wow.
separate. I got an invite to go to church. I had tried jail. That didn't-
Tried jail.
I tried rehab. I
Yeah.
tried therapy. I tried counselors. I tried friends, and none of that worked, man. So I went to church one Sunday morning. Gave my life to the Lord, dead sober since then.
Wow.
Like one encounter, one experience, one moment with Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, like, well, I weaned myself off. No,
Right,
man, I was high from the night before in
Yeah.
church
Yeah.
that morning. Had a bag of weed under the driver's seat car with my wife and kid in the car. Big dope, big bag. It is what it is, man. I'm like,
Wow.
I know you're gonna post this for the world to see,
That's
but
all
it
right.
ain't nothing that I don't say from the stage.
Right.
I gave my life to the Lord, man. On the way to work Monday morning, I threw the weed out the window, threw away all my gangster rap CDs. Man, I was a huge Tupac Biggie fan, like Eminem. Like I did. It's what it was. It's who I was.
Yeah.
Man, I just been like sober, loving the Lord, and I mean sold out, living like you know me. You've been knowing me for 20 years. You don't know me any other way.
I don't.
Other than being just on a 10 for Jesus.
I would assume then you were a 10 for the world.
Every
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like that's
who I am. That's
who
my
you are.
personality.
So you've gone all in for Jesus, and this is where you're at.
Yeah. Well, I don't do anything halfway.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's not in me.
Yeah.
If you want to, if you want to build something, race, whatever.
Right.
Mario Kart. We're going all in, baby.
Pinning the ears back.
I will
Going
throw
for
this
it.
control.
Trash talking and everything.
Listen, man. That's what I'm talking about.
No, but that's the story in a little nutshell, right?
I think that it's refreshing. First of all,
Definitely.
thank you for sharing it. But it's refreshing to hear pastors tell their struggles, tell their not just their past, but even the current struggles. And I know that's something that you still will do from the pulpit. Like I hear you, I tune in.
I know you do.
You see me come in.
You'll text me and tell me, man, that good message.
Yeah, and so I think that's refreshing for people. I think people want to hear and see that. And I know I've watched you preach too. Same thing, right?
Yeah,
you are as real as it gets.
Listen, my philosophy has been for years: transparency is ministry, and you don't bleed on people unhealthily, but I think we're at this place, and for me it was personal because I grew up in a church culture where the pastors and preachers would say, basically, don't let them see you sweat. Don't show that side. Don't this, don't that. And I get that there's a time and a place where you kind of have to present that more polished version of yourself.
Sure.
However, in my experiences, 20-something years pastor and almost 30 years preaching, I'm looking and I'm like, man, people want to know, how does this Jesus stuff work in real time?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one thing for you to be able to stand up and with the books that you got from seminary and your studies and all that, and you be able to say this, but what happened actually in your life, so that if I can see myself in your story, then I can say, all right, maybe like you said, if he did it for me, he can do it for, if he did it for him, he can do it for me, So I love it. Transparency as ministry has always been my thing, man. And so it is refreshing. I agree with you, because there's still some, still folks that shy away from that. But I think that when we're being real and honest, that's when we're at our best to try to help people really understand how to come to Christ. Yeah.
Well, so I'm a fan of the tagline you guys use. I don't know if it's still like part of your lingo, but you'd say you're rooted in the Word, but led by the Spirit. Rooted in the Word, led by the Spirit. So I love a good Bible preacher, Bible teacher. I'll watch stuff online to try to learn more.
Yeah.
But so what do you mean though when you say like rooted in the Word, but led by the Spirit?
Sure. Well, if you ask me, rooted in the Word means that we start. Everything in our church is centered around the Word of God.
Right.
Okay. From the songs to the prayers, like we start the message with Scripture. We are a very Bible-based church.
So you're not up there just hollering about whatever you hear in the news?
No. And I'm not just up there hollering about my testimony either.
Right.
Right.
Which that's the thing.
It's
because,
part of it.
but it's not the whole thing.
It can't be.
Yeah, that's right.
It's got to be grounded in the Word. So we just finished, and I don't think it's embarrassing, but we just finished 2 years. We spent 2 years, Wednesday nights, 7 p.m., 8111 Brown Bridge Road.
8111 Brown Bridge Road.
Right.
So, but we spent 2 years in the book of John.
Okay.
Wow.
Verse by verse, chapter by chapter. Spent 2 years studying on Wednesday morning, or Wednesday evening, rather. And then starting, this will be, so tonight, I got church tonight. So 9 weeks ago, I started a series in Revelation.
Whoa,
the Revelation of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Love it.
And so I am finishing chapter 1 tonight.
Yeah.
We have
9 weeks ago.
9 weeks. So tonight is the ninth sermon from the first chapter of Revelation, because we did a what is it called, a survey. That's it.
Yeah.
What book of the Bible everybody wants to know? It was the book of Revelation, the revelation of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, and then I did another survey. What book does preachers don't want to preach?
The Revelation
The
of Jesus
Revelation
Christ.
of Jesus Christ.
That one in Song of
And
Solomon.
I've literally heard preachers say, "Don't." I'm like,
Don't preach. Yeah, don't preach
they
Revelation.
literally, and we're serious
Too
about
controversial,
it.
right? They would say, yeah.
No. And so I was like, you know what? I love a challenge. Like, that's just who I am. I love a challenge. And so I decided to take it on. And man, it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been challenging for me. It's kept me busier than what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize how,
Yeah.
like, just even chapter 1, like the description of Jesus. And
Yeah.
what does the eyes of fire mean? And we let Bible interpret Bible. So you got to go back to Daniel and Ezekiel and Isaiah. And so, man, I'm loving it because it's fresh for me. This is my 15th year pastoring a church. So there's not much I haven't preached.
Right.
So to this, it's refreshing to me. The people are digging it. They're loving it.
That's awesome.
And I'm proud of it. So.
Look, it's how 21 chapters, 22 chapters. How many?
Yep.
Revelation.
22, I think. Yeah.
And yet commentaries are like this big on Revelation. Like, and that's just one guy.
Just the allegory
There's another
alone
guy's
in the
version.
chapter is just trying to unpack all of that and make it make sense, because it's also one of the most, I think, misinterpreted books of the Bible, misunderstood books of the Bible. I would almost say weaponized, because so
It
many
can be.
people with their conspiracy theories and all these things, a lot of them run to the book of Revelation to try to undergird it. And so I love the fact that you're saying, hey, we're going to take time to treat it expositorily, verse by verse, line upon line, to get true understanding.
And my teaching is not a dogmatic where my view it has to be.
Right.
The answer. I try to present several different theories based on what could, whether, like the timeline, the 1,000 years, the Antichrist, the rapture, post, mid, trib, and all that. And I just give them, this is where these theologians say, this is where these scholars say it comes from. And you make your own judgment.
Right.
And I'm not scared to tell them my opinion, right? But I guess the only real non-negotiable is that it's Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the revelation of Jesus Christ. That's the name of the book. It's the revelation of Jesus Christ. And that's what I try to do.
Meant to encourage Christians in persecution.
And give them peace during some of the hardest times of their life.
That's the high level stuff. But and theologians and pastors and saints of old have people who are, I believe, are probably all in heaven right now, have all disagreed on all the different parts of it.
Absolutely.
So,
vehemently disagreed at times. Absolutely.
How dare we say, I got it figured out. Let me tell you the secret sauce.
Yeah.
Well, one question I have for you, and I don't know that I've ever asked you this, like even offline, I don't know if I've ever asked you this. If someone were to go to New Life Praise Center, we probably haven't said that enough. It's New Life Praise Center, 8111
Brown Bridge Road.
8111 Brown Bridge Road. The old Solid Rock building, if people were familiar with that. What denomination are you guys? Like, do you have a denomination?
We do not have a denomination. We are a non-denominational church.
Yeah.
Okay.
That means that we don't belong to an organization. We don't belong to we're not affiliated with any organization.
Right.
Lonely then.
It can be, but so I've had great friends like Trey Bailey.
Who?
You know what I mean? That I remember, gosh, it's been almost, so it would be 12 years ago, right? Like maybe 10 years ago, that poured into us, letting us borrow church vans. And friends like Gary Thompson.
Life Now.
Yeah. Shout out. I had lunch with him yesterday. Friends like, anyway, so churches in the area that have really just helped us and guided us and let me pick their brains from time to time. So it can get lonely to that, but it's not because, people like me for some reason. I don't know. But I love people. So
that's why,
maybe that's probably it. So it does get lonely, but we're just a non-denominational church, believing in the Word of God is the infallible, inerrant Word of God, teaching that Jesus is the Son of God. He is the incarnate. He is God in flesh, that he died, buried, rose, and that through faith in him and his grace, you can be saved. So I think that's about every denomination, though.
Yeah.
Well, and a strong belief in the Holy Spirit. So there's a Trinity, right? Trinity belief, I guess, there.
Yeah. God reveals himself
Okay.
how he decides to.
Right.
Right.
And so God revealed himself as Father in creation,
Right.
Son in redemption, Spirit in sanctification. There is one Lord, one God, one faith, one baptism.
Preaching Paul.
And he can reveal himself how he wants to. Yeah.
So no, like close, like if someone were to go, all right, this feels like what denomination? I'm not trying to pigeonhole you.
No,
I know you're
I'm not going to let you. That was the reason we're non-denominational.
Right.
There would be no way I was
actually that was actually going to be my question. Was like, what went into the mind of saying, "Hey, this is how I want to build this"?
Yeah.
Non-denominational.
Our church is not even called a church.
Yeah.
It's called New Life Praise Center
Okay.
Yeah.
of Covington.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's meaning in those words then for you.
Oh, man, that was the whole reason I did it. I did, when we started the church, I didn't want it to be called a church.
Okay.
Because people they've been church hurt,
Yes, they get
which I don't
spooked.
believe in church hurt because nobody's ever been restaurant hurt or gym hurt or whatever. And they stopped going to every restaurant because that restaurant, anyways. So that's just an excuse. But that's another podcast for another time.
That is hilarious.
But
Jim Hurt.
He sounds like my bishop in that. We've had discussions about that. It's some good ones.
I just didn't want it to be called a church. So we just decided on the word praise center. And it's a place where you can come and praise the Lord because of the new life that he's given you.
Okay. New Life Praise Center.
And
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
This episode is brought to you by Busy Bee Exterminators. Are you tired of bugs and mosquitoes? Then give Busy Bee a call. Busy Bee is locally owned and operated and takes great pride in hiring local technicians to service your home or your office. Personally, I've trusted Busy Bee to take care of unwanted pests for me the last 20 years here at Eastridge Church. Bug and mosquito season is right around the corner, so give Busy Bee a call today at 770-787-3718. That's 770-787-3718. Or you can get a quote online by going to busybeeexterminators.com. That's busy, B-I-Z-Z-Y, busybeeexterminators.com. A huge thanks to Busy Bee for sponsoring this episode. Well then, what's a Sunday morning look like then?
Sure. So we have 2 services on Sunday, 9 and 11 a.m. So when you walk you park the car, hopefully somebody is holding a sign, greeting you and waving at you and telling you welcome home or welcome to the family or we're glad you're here. And then hopefully somebody's helping you find a parking spot. And then somebody opens the door for you and you walk into our brand new foyer.
That's right.
I love it. And you get some coffee, check in at the desk, connect desk and see, where you check your kids in, what's going on, and they'll fill you in. But there's signs everywhere for you to kind of figure it out for yourself. Yeah. You walk in and then there's a 5-minute countdown starts 5 minutes before 9 or 11. And then there is some amazing worship, very contemporary songs, very current songs. It's kind of loud. I'm not going to be. We've spent
Everything's on 10.
Yeah, like we have invested not just money, but time and effort and research on our worship experience.
Right.
And when I say experience, you can call it a concert. Some people do. We get criticized that it looks like a concert, and I go, it is. We have an audience of one.
Right. Right. Right.
We are putting on, it is a spirit of excellence for
Absolutely.
an audience of one.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know, whatever. I get it.
That's good.
Y'all if you want your podcast to go a little bit more viral, I can be a little bit more.
Come on with it.
So,
Come on, man.
You get criticized if you spend too much money or too much time or too much effort in certain things, right? Sure. Well, Judas criticized the woman with the oil because she put too much effort in worshiping the Lord. Yeah. And so he didn't really care about the poor. He didn't care about none of that. We spend a lot of time, effort, money in worshiping the Lord. I'm not saying you can't worship the Lord with a tambourine and an average speaker. But if you want to do it well, man, let's do it well. Right. He deserves our very best. Right. I mean, we cut the grass with the best lawnmower, right? So why not worship music with the best?
Yeah.
You want the best AC? You want to be cool?
I do.
Especially now.
Let's give God our very best. And so we worship anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 songs, however long. I don't plan that anymore. praise the Lord. We have people do all that.
Yeah.
And so then it transitions into me, and you get a 20-minute to 30, 40-minute message based on the Bible with another song at the end of it, kind of an invitation to accept the Lord or to ask the Lord for more help, or prayer from people that have been trained to pray with you at the altar or at your seat or just somewhere, wherever if you raise your hand, and then that's kind of a rundown of a service.
Okay. So y'all you take communion or Lord's Supper periodically or every Sunday? I forget.
Yeah, once a month.
Once a month. Okay.
Once a month. I think it's the first Sunday of the month or second Sunday, depending on holidays and different things,
So it's on Sunday morning. Okay.
Yeah, we used to do it only on Wednesday, but then we noticed that the church was just so growing, and there is actually, if you ask me, there's probably 3 churches within our church. There's a Wednesday night church, and then a Sunday 9 a.m. church, and a Sunday 11 a.m. church. Yeah. So we had to start doing it on Sunday because the Wednesday and Sunday crowd does overlap some. But we're finding now that a lot of people are working on Sundays, and Wednesday night is the only time they can come to church. So we'll probably have to start doing communion on Wednesday night as well, the first Wednesday, stuff like that.
2 communion service. That's a good thing.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
When you start talking about growth and different things of that nature, and you mentioned, you started off talking about, that was the word you used, growth, explosive, expansion, and that's every, pastor, I think every pastor, every church member wants to see that in one way, shape, or form. And so when you see it, it's like, oh, wow, it's awesome. What's the flip side of it? What's the other side of it? The challenge side of it, if you will, that maybe if you were sitting with a pastor in a mentorship capacity, and he's like, Pastor Justin, my church is just growing. What can I expect out of this growth? How would you kind of talk about the challenging side of that? Because I feel like a lot of times we romanticize the big numbers and all of that, which is great.
Just be better, right?
Yeah, but there's another side, I feel, that maybe doesn't get
so that question wasn't in the notes you gave me.
No, I'm freestyling
so
now.
We're going to have to get real.
Okay, can you cover all these up? I'd rather just hear you go off script anyway.
And I love you so much, Trey, brother. So, all right. Now, at one time in my life, I wasn't this big church.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently we run close to 1,000 people in person every Sunday.
Right.
All right. That's a significant number in my
I don't want to interrupt you, but tell them on Wednesday night. This is what surprises me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's almost 500 people every Wednesday night in person.
For Bible study.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
And that's everybody. That's that's
and like you
adults,
said, rare and
parents, kids,
rare.
And if you're pregnant, we count you twice.
There you go. There you go.
All right,
that's a running joke.
Used
right?
to not be big.
Yeah, we started church 15 years ago. There was 8 people, 20 people came, just kept growing. So now this big of a church, what I tell a pastor saying, what can I expect as the church grows? So I would tell that person to expect a lot of effort.
That's good.
To get prepared for it.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to prepare for what you want. Don't prepare for what you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
So I can remember when we were running maybe 50 to 100 people, and I said, we need a student center so when the teenagers come, they have their own place. And so we started remodeling a little. And then all of a sudden they were 5, 10, 20, 30.
Yeah.
So what is it? The Field of Dreams when he says,
if
you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Now we're showing our age here.
I know
yeah, man.
Gen X.
That's
so
all right.
number one, I would say expect the effort to build. So if you want your church to grow, you better be healthy personally.
That's good.
Spiritually, you better be ready to put in the work.
That's good.
What's the joke? You work one day a week?
Yeah.
Right, as a pastor?
Pastors, one day a week.
Yeah, that's what they think.
Yeah. So my work day would be 80-hour work day then.
Yeah, there you go.
So
there you go.
just be ready for the work. Be ready to do the work. Not that volunteers can't help you. They will help
Right.
you. But at the end of the day, they have to volunteer. They're not there, and so some of those toilets, some of those sheetrock holes, some of those lights, some of those toilet paper hangers have to be hung
Yep.
by the guy who also is in the Word. So
Right.
get ready for the long nights, long days. And if you ain't in it for that, stop.
Yep. Yeah.
If you're not willing to do the little things, then you're never going to be given the big things.
Yes. Yeah.
Be prepared to give grace. Never forget the grace that you were given so you can give others.
Mm-hmm.
Let the God of all comfort comfort you so you may be a comfort to others.
Yeah.
Let the grace that you were given always be the grace that you give others. Because people are messy.
Yes, Lord.
Hurt people hurt people.
They will.
Broken people can be used to help other broken people. But now you got to be able to help those and understand that not everybody's going to experience how I did.
Right.
Not everybody's going to get Jesus on a Sunday morning and then instantly be changed.
Right.
Right.
Sold out from that day.
Right.
On.
Not everybody gets that experience.
It's progressional for
some people.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you this, and I use this story on the platform from time to time, and I love this story. I grew up, we had 2 apple trees. I grew up in the hills of West Virginia. I don't know if you can hear it in the accent. I've been trying to lose it, but it won't go anywhere.
It's there.
Still there.
It's going to be there.
Yeah, whatever. So we had 2 trees, 2 apple trees, little green apple trees. One tree would always bloom every year, produce fruit every year, just nice, sour apples, branches hanging over, beautiful tree. But there was one that would only produce 1 or 2, 3 or 4, maybe a handful every year. And then one year it would produce a lot. And then the next 3 or 4 years, just 1 or 2. Daddy never cut the tree down just because it didn't produce as much as the other.
Yeah.
Some trees, some people just produce really fast, really quick, and thank God for those people. But don't discount or disqualify or disvalue the people that don't produce as much as the other one does.
Right.
They're still doing some good.
Right. Right. That's good.
So that's what I would expect. Just expect for some messy, grace, broken, but also, man, there is some joy that comes with it.
Absolutely.
And and don't let 20% of your problems occupy 80% of your mind.
You are a bumper sticker machine over there.
Well, that's
I've been doing this for a minute, man.
That's real.
Huh?
That's real.
I've been doing this for a minute.
That's real.
So what you're describing too are people, and I think this is what is sometimes lost on folks when they think about a big church, is that you have people all over the map as far as their journeys, right? They're brand new Christians. Some people have been Christians for 50 years or whatever. And so they're all in different places, and you got to preach to all of them at one time, right?
Yeah.
Like you still got to, you got to feed the baby Christian, and you got to feed the mature Christian,
Right.
And you got to encourage them to be self-feeders too, right?
Yep.
You got to have challenging Bible studies on Wednesday night, and other things for them.
Absolutely.
How do you juggle that part of it, where you have some seasoned Christians, obviously. I mean, your dad's one of the deacons, elders, whatever you guys call it, right? One of the church leaders. Board members. And so you've got people who've really been in the trenches for a long time. How do you maybe utilize that group of people? And then what do you do for the young Christians who are just brand new in there and they're trying to find their way? Like the guys who are still stumbling every other weekend, right? Like I got saved, but I still can't quite get that thing out of me yet, or whatever.
Sure.
How do you handle both of those?
How do I
extremes?
preach to them? Is that what you're asking? Or how do I?
If you're helping disciple them, right?
Okay.
Like we use that word a lot. Teach them, disciple them, train them up in the ways of Christ in the Bible. How do you take those two different people and then everybody in between?
Okay.
It's a giant question. So
sure.
take any
Gosh,
part
I
of it.
wouldn't. One day I did a survey in the church I was preaching, and I'm a very hands-on, very in like crowd participation.
That's right. Talk back to me, right?
And so I did like one day I did a survey, and I said I want to show you something real quick, and I asked everybody to raise their hand who grew up that did not have running water in their house.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now just think about this for a minute. There was, let's say, 20% of the people raised their hand, didn't remember. They remember not having running water in their house.
Okay.
Or remember having an outhouse.
Huh.
Okay. You're just talking about 70-year-old people, right?
Exactly.
It's not that long ago that outhouses existed.
Yeah.
This is true.
Right. And then I said, all right, now, How many in here never remember not having an internet connection in your home? About 20% people remember. All right, here we go. I said, now my job is to preach to both generations. And I said, how many remember having 3 channels
Oh, yeah.
on your television?
Remember that?
I said, how many remember the party line
Yes, sir.
on the phone?
Yep.
I said, how many remember having a cell phone? Never worried about having a cell phone on them. Some people, right? How many remember a pager? How many don't even know what a pager is, right? So you got all these people. I said, now, that's what the Christian life is for a lot of people. You have a lot of variety of people. You have people in different walks of life. So how do we minister to these people?
Right.
And then I compared it to that. I said, to those that remember never having a cell or always having a cell phone, you probably need to link up with somebody that remembers a party line and let that person help you navigate life together. And so if you want my opinion, how do we get these people, how do we help everyone grow, keep growing, is if you are a mature Christian, then you need to be training Christians.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
That's real
If
good.
you're an immature Christian, then you need to be around mature Christians.
So it's not necessarily a program type thing. It's like, this is just who we are. Like, this is what we
just
should
learning
do.
how to do life together.
Now we do have.
Sure.
I would call it indirect programs and systems available.
Right.
So we have serving teams, life teams, meaning that we have a young adult group, we have a core group that is 30 to 59, then we have a senior age group where they're 60 and older, and they meet once a month, right? Each group of them meet once a month together, their own age. Then, so you find community, people going through the same things that you do.
Right.
Then we have small groups, and we do those 6 to 12 weeks twice a year. So you're thinking anywhere from 12 to 24 weeks a year, you get in a group, and in that group, you're going to have indirect discipleship.
That's right.
Which is intentional from my point of view as the leader. It's a system, but it'll happen naturally. Because I'm going to link up, me and my wife are going to link up with somebody that's only been married for a couple of years during that small group and kind of teach them, role model it, Then we have serving teams. So if you decide that this is your home church, then you join a serving team, anywhere from parking to kids to youth to singing to AVL, production, cleaning. There's a whole bunch of them. They all know it better than I do. I need to bring my wife with me. She can tell me more. And so you get involved in those teams, and indirectly from those teams, you're going to find that 40-year-old Christian, somebody who's been serving Christ for 40 years is going to still be parking cars, or still going to be teaching, or still going to be volunteering.
Right.
That's just what we do as mature Christians. We're still going to be serving.
Right.
And we teach our older, mature, I say older, but mature Christians is what I should say, our veteran Christians, to look and find those younger Christians and get them connected. We have every 3 months we teach a faith. It's called Faith Grounded. So it's like a new believers class.
Okay.
So every 3 months we have a new believers class. It's a 3-week class where you could come in. It's very basic. What is the Bible? Who is Jesus?
Yeah.
Who is God? Who is the Holy Spirit? So we have all these classes.
So someone does come in on Sunday morning and has the experience that you had, and like, hey, I got saved, or whatever the language is.
Sure.
You're like, you have a place for them to go and kind of learn the basics.
Immediately.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Immediately.
Very cool.
Immediately. We can get you connected.
Yeah.
If I could say anything, I would like to have that class offered every week.
Right.
Every Monday night.
Right.
But volunteers.
Sure.
And time and it is what it is. And then even, we get a lot of people that come in our church from all different backgrounds, all different denominations. So we have a class called Next Steps, to where you find out about our church. We don't have church membership. No offense to any pastors out there watching, but
It's a praise center.
but I can't find church membership in the Bible.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Nobody joined a church. You just went to a church because you lived in Ephesus.
Yep.
Right. So anyway, if you want to know more about this church to make it your home church, then we have what's called a Next Steps class. We do that about every 3 months as well, where you can. I come to the class and I start the class off with Q&A. I give you a history of the church, and then you get to ask Pastor Justin any question whatsoever.
Yeah.
So
I bet you get some good ones.
Absolutely.
it's my favorite My favorite class.
I would imagine.
Man, they keep me on my toes, because they ask about gifts of the Spirit, fruit of the Spirit, what doctrines we believe, why we baptize, when we do communion. Some of these questions that they only get answered if they attend for 2 or 3 months. But when I'm there, they get to ask everything, and it's cool, man. It's fun.
So do y'all baptize babies, or do you baptize it? Okay, so you just baptize a
they have
believing
somebody that can express what baptism means.
Okay,
absolutely. So I don't have an age limit, but let's say that I'll just use an 8-year-old. I think that's what, 2nd grade.
Second, third.
Yeah.
That what we have found is at that level, is it cognitive? Is the word I'm looking for? Their understanding of things is really changing at that moment. And if they can explain that baptism means that I am buried with Christ, and as Christ was buried in a grave and he rose, I am buried with him in water baptism, and I rise out of the water, a new creation in Christ. If they can kind of explain that to us, what it means, then we will say yes. If they don't know what it means and they just seen their cousin do it, we go, well, I tell you what, you're close, and we coach them through it. Our pastors tell the parents how to teach them. I think we even have curriculum we print off for them so they can teach them at home.
Right.
And then after a couple of weeks, the parent will bring it back to the pastor and say, hey, I think they're ready. Would you like to ask them questions?
Yeah, that's good.
So, but no, we don't do babies because they cannot profess faith.
Right.
And so
that makes sense. You alluded to this a bit where you talked about y'all get folks from all walks of life, diverse denominational beliefs, all kinds of lifestyles, probably everything. And then as a part of your mission, you say, hey, everybody's welcome. Now, a lot of churches say that. How do y'all go about, what does that actually look like for your church? Because obviously you have things that you believe, you have things that you stand on. Others may come, they may come with different, lifestyles, different thoughts, different beliefs. How does that, how do you, I guess, I don't even want to use the word like assimilate or anything, but how does that play out for your folks when your mission is met with that diversity?
So that's our bread and butter.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome. That's on our website. It's on our social media platforms, on our everything we do. It's everyone's welcome. An unwritten after that says everyone's welcome, and we mean it. Okay, now when I say everyone's welcome, that means everyone is welcome to walk through the doors of New Life Praise Center, sit down in our church, and listen to the word. Let's sing along with the songs. We got the words on the wall for you if you don't know them, right? Whether you're an atheist, whether you're a 40-year veteran Christian, and anything in between that. Culture, class, creed, race, sexuality, whatever, whoever, you are welcome in our church. That's one of the reasons we don't have church membership.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have it together to come to your church.
Gosh, no. Then I wouldn't be able to come. So, but no matter your background, you're welcome. You're welcome in our church, and I guarantee somebody's going to love you. Somebody's going to be kind to you. Somebody's going to welcome you. Somebody will say hello to you, offer you their seat, and it's a beautiful thing. And I say it's a cultural thing. That's the culture of our church, is everyone's welcome, because everyone can have that Sunday morning experience that I had 20 years ago.
That's kind of the foundation for you. You're looking for that.
I'm looking for that,
praying for that.
Yeah, like if somebody, if any pastor is watching, like if you have somebody you don't want at your church, send them to us.
If you don't want them, I like that.
Like,
Don't tell them that.
We'll take them. Like, I mean, I can.
That's
like,
amazing.
I don't have to agree with you to love you.
Yeah.
Right.
We can agree to disagree. I don't have to agree with who you married for you to come to church. I don't have to agree with what you call yourself. Just come to church.
Right. Right.
Because, like, what did he say? He said, cast your net on the other side. He told one of the disciples, cast your net on the other side. And they hauled in the fish. And they brought the fish up. That's all
Yeah, he didn't go. Not that one.
Yeah,
not
the
that one."
catfish,
Right.
not the bass,
Put the
not the
brim
perch,
back, yeah,
put the
let's just-
not the sunfish. I don't want to. He
Yeah.
said, "Cast your net."
Yeah, and if I remember right, the nets were almost breaking
Yeah.
because there were
Yeah.
so many fish.
But
Absolutely.
if they would have brought the net in and then they would have started throwing out some of the fish they didn't want as they came to the surface, their nets wouldn't have broke.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm telling you, man, it works. Now with everyone's welcome, and we mean it. You get everyone's problems and everyone's messiness, and so be prepared for that.
Right.
But that's okay. Like that's what Jesus does best. He cleans fish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's funny.
good.
I've been
like
in his
that.
church, and if you ever thought to see like the spectrum of different folks, right? And I'm
Yeah.
not trying to put people in categories, but you can have the guy in the 3-piece suit,
Yeah.
and you got the guy in the New Life biker jacket,
Yeah.
like the leather jacket,
Yeah.
who just like the beard and
It just runs the gamut.
got
No
the-
sleeves.
Got the bandana on his
Yes,
head,
sir.
just pulled up his Harley. It's
I
like,
love
it is everything in between. If those are the two extremes, like everything in between.
Yeah, there is.
White,
It's-
black, yellow, brown. It doesn't matter. There
I
is.
ride motorcycle with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rode with a group, a couple of the guys last night, right before yesterday evening after dinner. Just took an hour and rode together, and everyone's welcome, and we mean it.
That's good stuff.
It's
And we
been
mean it.
fun. It's because I was welcomed. I was the drug addict who got invited to a holiness Pentecostal church. I was that guy that got welcomed.
Yeah.
I was still bloodshot from the night before, but they welcomed me. They let me sit. They didn't judge me. They just preached, and the power of God moved in my life that day.
That's awesome.
But if I wouldn't have been welcomed at the door,
Right.
A lot of that you're talking about being welcomed, serving others in the church world. We'll call that like being the hands and feet of Jesus,
Yeah.
actually being Jesus in the flesh to someone, actually serving them as Jesus would. What's some of the ways maybe you guys participate in the community? I know you've adopted several schools or partners in education with several schools. You guys, I don't even know all of what that entails, but I know you
Sure.
guys are plugged in that way. Or maybe do you have some members that are active in the community that we might have seen around? Like what's
Sure.
happening outside of the walls of the church? You've talked a lot about what's happening inside of them, but what's happening outside?
I do know that one of the biggest areas that we pour into is the partners in education.
Yeah.
And so I try to tell our church folks all the time that the church is designed to prepare you
That's right.
to go out.
That's right.
It's good.
Right. And I kind of learned that from you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you were
I
a
just-
mentor to me at one time.
At one
He
time,
said-
you
I love how he said at one time.
Huh?
I don't know what happened.
I just think
life got busy, and that happens.
when churches do get big, I think there's a responsibility
Yeah, I agree.
they have to the community. Like if God's bringing all these people into
Right.
your flock, into your fold, whatever, man, how are you sending them
Yep.
out?
How do you send them out? So,
Absolutely.
I try to tell people we are preparing you when you come to New Life. You are getting prepared. This is the basic training for the war. This is where you get your equipment. This is where you get your armor. This is where you get the sword of the Spirit. This is where you get it. Now go out. Let's win some souls. The war is outside the four walls. And so we're the hands and feet. So I know personally at our church that we serve with anywhere from 4 to 10 public schools any given year. We were partner in education one year. The partner of education.
They won the whole thing. 150 partners in education.
Yeah. Oh,
New
wow.
Life Praise Center was the
Yeah,
number
we
one.
won that. It's been several years ago.
Yeah.
I think we would win it again, but I don't think you can win more than once. So, no,
spread the
love. They should. And so we partner with several schools, and that could be simply, I know for, can we say the schools online and what we do for those? I don't know,
Yeah.
copyright things, right?
No,
So
you're
for
fine.
Porterdale Elementary School, they have I don't know, I'm going to say it wrong, and I love the principle there, like a clothing closet and a hygiene closet, but it's not a closet, it's just a classroom that's empty,
Yeah.
no, with toiletries and clothes
Right.
I think they still wear uniforms at Porterdale Elementary School. I can't remember.
I should probably know. I don't
I don't know either. But we buy clothes for them. We buy toiletries for them, food for them for that school. At Cousins Middle School, I actually, for the last 2 or 3 years, I have taught a Bible study to the teachers.
That's good.
Before school starts.
There you go, before school starts. We need to make sure we put that in there. Before school starts.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that was part of like their culture.
Sure.
The principals were challenged to help create a culture, and they had some options. And as long as it was before school, I think it was legal.
Yep.
Pretty sure. And so they invited me to come, and I taught a Bible study. They loved that.
That's awesome.
So we do that. We purchase gift cards for teacher attendance. And then, so I was a school teacher. I was a public school teacher for 11 years. That's what my bachelor's degree's in.
Yeah.
And study says that teacher attendance promotes student performance.
Right.
So if the teacher's in the classroom, the majority of the time students will perform. So what we do is when testing gets ready to happen, like in April, March, we'll give the principals some gift cards. And so whatever teacher doesn't miss a day of school that month, gets entered into a contest to win $50, $100, $500 gift card, whatever. It's a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
So we love our schools. I think, I just love them. Yeah. And so that's something local. We do support several different recovery ministries, addiction ministries. We've had a couple of them meeting at our church. Actually, 3. We've had 3 meet at our church recently. We collect food for local food banks and then take it to them. We our life groups, such as our age groups, like if you're a young adult group or core group, middle age, and then seniors, they have outreach days. Instead of just meeting and eating and fellowship, they'll have a active community day.
Go serve, right? Yeah.
So shout out to Lakeside Food Pantry. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Lakeside Food Pantry down on 36, towards the edge down in Butts County, Newton County line. I think that's where that's at. But they go down there and help restock the shelves and prepare the boxes to give out. Yeah. We did it at the Methodist Church has one.
Yep.
I can't remember the name of that one.
FUMCs. I remember always the.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway, so our guys, our members, are
helping hands.
They're helping them.
Helping hands.
Yep. They're helping do those things. So, and then we recently, I'm so proud of this. We have recently started partnering and sending missionaries to Honduras.
Oh, really?
To help Jimmy and them. Okay. And so we actually have not a full-time position, but we actually have a head missionary now. He is leading his first missionary trip.
Wow, that's great, man.
And he's taking 2 other people with him. And and the church has paid for them to go.
That's
fantastic. And they go and either it could be food, it could be dentistry, health care, or teaching, or building. Whatever week they go, and whatever that week's happening down there, that's what they'll go and do.
Yeah.
And they're just helping out there. So I'm real excited that we get to do that for them.
That's awesome.
You love it, man?
I love it.
Oh,
I love it. Somebody told me one time, said, if your church building wasn't there and you left, would the community miss you? And I say, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they would miss us.
Based on what you said.
I think they would go, oh, remember when New Life used to do that?
So let's wrap up with a good question here. What do you feel like, or what do you think God is saying to you in terms of, hey, here's where we go next. Here's our next frontier. Praise God for everything that has happened. Praise God for everything that is happening. But here's our next frontier.
I don't know.
It's okay to
Yeah, I do know this. I want whatever God has for us.
Right.
So when we started the church, I was driving around. I seen a storefront that was empty. Knocked on the door and asked the person in the building who ended up owning the building, what are you doing with this room? Told him what I wanted to do in it. And he said, well, let me ask our business partner and see what it did. It wasn't for rented, didn't have a rent sign, didn't have a lease sign, or, and he rented it to us.
Yeah.
Then we saved some money, bought the building on Shore Street, on Stone Mountain Street. Shout out to St. Paul, AME. I will always love that group of people. Pastor, I think his last name was Stovall at the time.
Really?
No,
Interesting.
Stegall. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
Stegall. I apologize.
But I say I got some family out here
Nah,
somewhere.
yeah. So
man.
Pastor Stegall, I think he's went on to become some big wig in that AME church. So I love him. But so we bought that one. They were building another one down on Salem Road, that area, but it wasn't for sale or for rent. All right. So we stayed there for 7.5 years. And then the church building that we're currently at didn't have a for sale sign or a rent sign or anything on it. Somehow I get a phone call. You want to buy a building?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I remember calling you.
I know.
I remember taking you on a
We
tour
looked
before we
at
even,
it.
I don't even think we signed. I don't know if we had signed the,
So we looked at it first.
yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
So I don't know what God has next, whether it's multiple campuses, whether it's a bigger I just want what he has for us.
Right.
And so my prayer isn't simply for New Life to become bigger or a bigger church. I just want us to stay healthy.
Yeah.
I want us to, we call it, and you probably, both of you, if you don't, you need to study this, but we want people to become parents in the disciple world, not adults.
I like that.
Parents reproduce.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if you have heard it's the discipleship
I
wheel.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want you to go from newborn to toddler to young adult to parent. Parents reproduce, and we want them to reproduce disciples of Jesus Christ.
That's good.
Because if you want your community better,
Yeah.
be a disciple of Jesus.
Yep.
If we want crime to reduce, be a disciple of Jesus. If we want fatherless homes to reduce, be a disciple of Jesus. If we want marriages to be successful, be a disciple of Jesus. I want people reflecting him in their lives. And that's how it does it. So the vision, I guess, the next would be to strengthen families, raise up leaders, reach the next generation,
Yeah.
leave a legacy
Yeah.
for the next generation,
Yeah.
build beyond ourselves.
Right. Right.
That's what I see. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's going to look like.
That's kind of the fun of it, though, man.
Yeah.
You know, just seeing how God knits the pieces together.
Sure. I
Yeah.
remember starting, with 2 services, going to 2 services.
Big deal.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It's like, how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
And so we started a 9 o'clock service. 50 people showed up.
Yeah.
We got 300 at 11 o'clock, and 50 people come to the 9 o'clock. And most of them came to the 11 o'clock too. And we
Right.
did this for a year.
Yeah.
And I was going to stop it. I was going, well, it ain't going to work. And then God would tell me not to stop it. Okay. 6 months later, I was going to stop it. Don't stop it. And now our Sunday morning 9 a.m. service is pretty crowded.
Yeah.
Like, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
his ways are not my ways.
This is true.
And so I'm just trying to hang on. At the end of the day, I just want people to find hope, healing, and community, and find Jesus. And
Yes, indeed.
whatever that looks like, if it's several campuses, if it's a 3rd service, a 4th service, if it's multiple nights a week, if they have found Jesus, I think we've accomplished the mission. I want to help people be saved. I want them to experience Jesus, encounter Jesus, live with Jesus, walk with Jesus, let him change their lives, because he didn't mind.
Yeah.
I love it.
You have a powerful testimony.
Man,
And,
thank you.
Yes.
And
To
just-
God be the glory, right?
Yes.
To God be the glory.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to thank you for what you do for our community.
Man,
You're
it's
making a
my
difference,
honor.
man. And
It's-
the Lord is making a difference through you and through your congregation.
Yeah.
It's hard to miss. It's
Yeah.
hard to miss the work of New Life Praise Center.
Man,
So,
thanks for noticing, right?
Absolutely.
It's truly, I have no idea why he chose. I was born for this.
Yeah.
Like, there is no doubt in my mind that the Lord designed me for this, and I get to do it. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
It's the hardest job I've ever had. I work
Yep.
more hours than I was a school teacher.
Yeah.
I had summers off.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
No such thing as
You're
that.
married
now.
to a teacher, man. You know what this is like.
Yeah.
Like, you're jealous of her when she is off work,
I
right?
know, yeah.
So, so this is I put in more hours. I cry more tears
Yeah.
because you get invested in people.
Yeah.
and then something happens to them, or they leave you, or they move away, or somebody gets mad, leaves the church. You can't stop those things from happening.
Right.
I'd love to do 4 podcasts with y'all and just direct it to all the pastors that watch, and let them talk about the pain they go through, so people can see that pastors are real people.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I won't even charge you for that. That's free.
I appreciate
That's
that,
free.
man. I
I'm
appreciate
just playing.
that.
So, but I love what I do. I get to do it. I get to see Jesus change people.
Yeah.
I get to see him save marriages. I get to see him free addicts. You know, I get to see this happen.
Yeah.
And I'm a small little part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, at the end of the day, it's not about a building or multiple campuses, or it's about the people that get to find Jesus. And so, I don't know.
That's great, man. Well, look,
it.
for those people looking for a church, and this is what we say in every one of these episodes in Faith and Community, we're saying, you just don't know till you go.
Right.
Like you can't. We can try to explain it. You got to experience it.
Yep.
You can't explain it. You got to experience it. And if you're looking for a church, then check out New Life Praise
Please,
Center.
come on. Let's
8111 Brown Bridge
Road.
Road. And Pastor Justin will wave to you when you come in, along with all the other folks. But thank you, man. Thank you for being here.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you
this
for
is
taking
Thanks
the
for
time.
having me,
This is
guys.
great, man.
And
I feel honored to be. I think I'm the first one of your Faith and Unity and Community series. I seen Father.
Yeah, there'll be a few they'll flow out before. Like they don't always go out right after this.
Okay,
so it'll be a little bit of time. But
I'm with you. Well, not. I'm honored to even be asked to be the 6th one or the 10th one, whatever. Right? I mean,
Yes,
number one in
indeed.
our heart.
Yes, indeed.
I love it.
Well,
I
look-
love that I get to help.
Yeah. Well, thank you for
We
being here, man.
appreciate it,
We
man.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. See you.
Hey,
Yes,
thanks,
sir.
guys.